every curve, every part, yeah. Cause I'm strong and I love the skin. I'm in every shape, every inch. No doubt there's power deep within, yeah. Beauty ain't a color, ain't a number, ain't an age, nah. Beauty comes in every size and every shade, yeah. I'm perfect just the way I'm made, yeah. Whoa, whoa, I'ma be my best self. I'm loving who I be, yeah. I'ma be my best self.
Grand Rising. Hey family, my beautiful carbonated beans. How are you guys? Top of this morning. It's nice to see you guys. Y'all so beautiful. Y'all is so beautiful. Yahweh made no mistakes when he made you. When Beyonce said y'all woke up like this, flawless, no point intended. When somebody call y'all ugly, y'all know they lying. Like, this fool just called me ugly. I know that's a lie. Y'all is so beautiful. Every time I come in contact with my reflection, my people that look like me, I just have a sense of pride. Like, wow, we are really out here. We are really doing it. We are really doing this. Beat your face, my nieces, my sisters, my aunties. I be looking at y'all like, y'all do the most and y'all need to do the bare minimum. You see, me, put a little bit of lip gloss on, put a little bit of eyeshadow, call it a day. You don't need much. Beat your face for what? Your face has been beat by the gods. Yahweh has made you perfectly. Putting all these chemicals, all this makeup, just beating your face down with all these chemicals, all these carcinogens that can promote cancer. If there's something, what are you hiding from? What is it that you're running from? That's all I'm thinking. What is it that you're covering up when you put all this makeup on? If you got acne, you need to find out the underlying problem. Stop trying to cover up the symptom and figure out what it is that you have to do to clear that up, because you're just making things worse. You are so beautiful. Embrace your beauty. Today, the topic of the day is acceptance. I want you to accept yourself for who you are and take pride in it. I know so many, I have aunties who start growing their gray hair and they like, oh my gosh, I got a gray hair. I gotta dye this. Dye it for what, auntie? That's wisdom here. You better let that thing grow. Me, when I see grandmas with a whole head full of gray hair, I'm like, oh my God, grandma, you so beautiful. You so beautiful. I can't wait to get some gray hair. I can't wait to grow some gray hair. What? Can't wait to grow some gray hair? Yeah. There's times where I'm thinking about, I don't want to support these people no more. Ain't nothing wrong with my hair. I don't want no straight weave, because that's not me. I'm not trying to look like no Caucasian. Ain't no straight hairs grow out of my head, so that's not what I want. I don't want no curly wavy hair, because if I was born to have that, I would have it. I'm going to embrace my kinky hair. But what if one of my sisters out here opened a beauty spot? Because I want to support my own. I want carbonated black-owned business. If somebody that I know opened up a salon, a hair store, and they got some gray weave with some gray tips, oh, I'm getting my hair done up. People be like, I be like, I want to get a gray wig. Let me just get a nappy gray wig, gray, full lace wig. Ocean, why is you going to do that? You need to slow down. When you get there, you will get there. I just think it's so beautiful. I embrace it. But when that time comes, I am not dyeing mine. Not at all. Won't do it. There's so many of us, embrace your beauty, accept it. We got beauty marks. There's girls who got freckles. I be like, wow, that is so beautiful. That make you so unique. You don't look like nobody else. And covering up with makeup. Didn't you have a beauty mark? I don't even see it no more. Don't you know there's people who take eyeliner and they just put a dot there to make it look like they got a beauty mark? Don't you know there's people who get tattoos to make it look like they got freckles, and you got freckles naturally and you covering it up? Don't you know that, your lips so beautiful, whole, plump? There's people who put collagen in their lips, make it look plump. Put some lip gloss. You know what? Put some lip gloss on your lips. Put some lip gloss, some Vaseline, and embrace your lips. You was blessed with the lips of the gods. Your lips is full. Embrace it. You know? People have beauty marks on their face, and they're discouraged by it, thinking, oh, what are these people going to think about me? You know what? Wear your beauty mark. Wear your birthmark on your face. I don't care if it take up half of your face. We are so cool that we make everything look cool. When you have acceptance in yourself and you embrace what's different about you, you encourage other people, and they are inspired. Wow, she got a beauty mark. She don't cover up her birthmark. I'm gonna wear my birthmark too. We are a fashion statement. Everything about us, we are black by popular demand. We are like, we make everything cool. We gotta start taking accountability for who we are. We can't change it. We was born this way. Why cover it up? Why? Be you, and be you with pride. You know? Acceptance. Today, we're going to talk about acceptance. Acceptance to me is having the understanding of the cognitive process of being okay with what is and what will never be. You know? There's things in our life that we don't have control over. The only thing that we have control over is ourselves. What we do, what we say, how we respond, how we react. We can tell our nieces, our nephews, our cousins, our uncles, we can give them advice. We can give them guidance. But at the end of the day, we all have our own opinions. We all have our own decisions. We all are entitled to that. We're going to do what we want to do. If they listen to you, only if they listen to you will they hear you. Sometimes they don't even want to hear what you try to say, so it's going to go in one ear and out the other. You know? But that's where trial and error comes from. We learn from our mistakes, and we learn from being able to have the freedom to venture out and experience things on our own. Sometimes somebody can say, oh, don't do this. Well, if you're telling me not to do this and you're not telling me why I shouldn't do this or what can happen, I'm going to figure it out on myself. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to figure out why it is that you told me not to do it, since you didn't want to elaborate on why I shouldn't do it. Telling me not to do something ain't good enough. Why? It makes you more curious. I'm going to try it. See for myself. That's what life is all about. Acceptance. Acceptance. We need to accept what is and what is not. What will never be. That's acceptance. Acceptance is knowing that everybody moves at their own pace. You can't compare and contrast two different people's journeys. Don't you know? These mosquitoes. Yo, I'm under this tree. Yesterday it was raining. And they are really out here more than ever. And you know they're coming for me. I ain't worried about them. I am, but I'm not. But, you know, you can't compare and contrast two different people's journeys. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. You know that the sun and the moon, they both shine, but they both shine at different times. That's you. You're not going to move at the same pace as everybody else. Everybody needs to have patience, because that's what acceptance is. You know? When we critique people, and, it's coming from, we have to approach people. We can't approach people the same way. Everybody is not going to be as tough as you. There's people who have different, there's some people who's going to have more, they're going to be more sensitive, When you come at somebody and you critique them and you're always criticizing them, but you never building them up, it's one thing to tell somebody, give them advice. But if you're constantly always critiquing somebody and criticizing everything they do without uplifting them at the same time, and telling them what they can do to make them feel better, or, how to be better, it's going to come off as bullying. It's not going to feel like you're showing love. It's like you're bullying them. It feels like you're attacking them. We need to accept the fact that, what we say to people, how our demeanor, the way we deliver things, it's really effective. The power of the tongue, the things we say. We have to watch the things we say. The way we display our actions. because we have so many people watching us. You know? Acceptance. Acceptance is loving yourself from the fullest. Acceptance is, you know, not worried about what everybody else has to say about you. You know? Not worried, not seeking validation from anybody else. You don't need their consent. You don't need nobody to tell you you're beautiful. You need to look at yourself and tell yourself you're beautiful. Maybe the people who, you know, people who have insecurity problems, they like to project their insecurities on other people. They will tell you, they're talking to you and telling you da 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 da, but at the end of the day, all they're doing is talking about themselves. Oh, you're stupid. You don't know this, you don't know that. That's how they feel about themselves. They feel like they're inadequate of something. They feel like they're lacking something. That's why I say, you know what, when people come from a hurt place, hurt people. So a lot of things they say, they're not talking about themselves, they're not talking about you, they're talking about their inner feelings. Instead of looking at themselves and reflecting themselves and saying, wow, I have these problems. They get angry and they dish it out on other people. And that's not right. But sometimes we have to have mental strength. Mental strength is being able to analyze the situation before we let it affect us. We looking at this person, this person's always angry. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Where is this anger coming from? He's hurt. Somebody hurt him. He don't trust me because in his past, he has trust issues. A lot of people has let him down. So he's telling me that he can't trust me. I never did anything for him not to trust me, but because so many people, you know, broke promises to him, he don't trust nobody. That don't got nothing to do with you. That's a personal problem. We need to accept that sometimes, you know, people are going to project their problems and their insecurities on us. We need to not take that in internally, but we have to have the mental strength, because mental strength, like I told you in the past, mental strength is clarity. You gain clarity by evaluating a situation. Discipline is holding back. Discipline is holding back from lashing back out at them. You just listen to what they say, because they're crying out. People be crying out with their words, and they don't even know it. Not even, sometimes it can be not even verbal communication, but non-verbal communication. They talking to you with the arms folded. That's a sign of you're uncomfortable. What's making you uncomfortable? They could be like this, talking to you like this. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. You see that head gesture? Shaking my head. No, you're not fine. You're shaking your head at me with the attitude. That's showing me that you're not fine. You can't even look me in my eyes when you're talking to me. You can't even look at me in my eyes when you're talking to me. That means either you're running from something or, you know, you fear something. That's what I was told. When you can't give communication and you can't look somebody dead in the eyes, that means you either fear them, you don't respect them, or you're running from something. You know? When somebody says, I'm okay, shrug their shoulder. How are you doing? I'm okay. You just said, you elaborated out of your mouth that you're okay, but your body language, you shrugged your shoulders when you told me that. You're telling me at the same time, I'm okay, but I'm really not okay. And I'm going to tell you that I'm okay, but I'm shrugging my shoulders to let you know that I'm also not okay. But it's not that. I'm telling you I'm okay, but I'm shrugging. My body posture is telling you I'm not okay, but I'm telling you I'm okay. In other words, I'm not okay, and I also don't feel comfortable talking to you about what's bothering me. You're not the type of person, you're not the person that I feel comfortable talking to you about what's wrong with me. But so that's what I'm saying, like, people can verbally, you have to watch everything. It's not just about verbal communication, but non-verbal communication. People are displaying what's really wrong with them, and you can't take it personal. You have to accept that you are not the problem. People have their own personal problems, and don't take everything so personal. Don't take everything so personal. Accept that. Accept that everybody has their own problem, and sometimes they can't display it the way you can. Maybe maybe you're a confrontational person. Maybe you're a type of person who, if somebody comes at you, you respond back quick. You should respond back quick. You got always something safe back fast. Me, I'm the type of person. It may look like I'm the type of person that's snappy. I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign, but the thing about it is, what my flaw is, I'm very impulsive. So I'm a very action person. I don't really like to talk about anything. A lot of things that people can say to me, it will be stuck with me. And I'm thinking on it, and I won't have a comeback until after the situation is done. I'm sitting here, I'm stuck in what you said to me. When you're saying it to me, I don't really have a comeback. I'm just watching you. So I have self-discipline, and I'm watching you, and I'm taking it all in. But I don't have the mental capacity to argue with you. I'm not the type to argue with you. I'd rather fight. But that's not good. You can't like I said in the past, your most valuable strength, your brain, your mind. That's how you fight. You fight with your brain. For some reason, my comments, my snapback ain't snatched. I can't do it. So when something's said to me, I harbor it in, and it does have an effect on my emotional. I get mad, I get sad, and I don't display that right away. I can't say, what you just said to me just really made me mad. I don't like the way, but I'm working on it. Like I said, we're not perfect. We are perfectly flawed though. And the things that we lack in, it makes us a better person, because we're gonna learn how to combat our weaknesses. Our weaknesses become our strengths. There's only so many times you're gonna let people talk to you some type of way without you getting tired of being disrespected. But that's acceptance. You're gonna accept that. You know what? I'm sick of this. I'm accepting the fact that, I don't like the way you're talking to me, and next time I'm gonna stick up for myself, because that's self-respect. That's acceptance. That's me reevaluating myself. You know what? I'm not really quick with the comebacks, but I really don't like the way this person made me feel, and I'm not going to keep allowing, because people are only going to treat you the way you allow them to treat you. People are only going to do the things that you allowed them to do. So if I keep letting this person disrespect me, and I don't stick up for myself, this means that they're going to look at me like a coward. They're going to think they're always going to be able to treat me like that way. And I can't always react with my hands. I can't always put my hands on people, because I have kids, I have nieces and nephews around me watching me, and I don't want them to think that, as soon as somebody say something to you, instead of you elaborating how you feel, expressing yourself, because what I do is suppress. That's basically what I do. I suppress my emotions, and then I have this buildup of anger inside of me because of what somebody said to me, and then any little thing they say to me, I just snap out of nowhere. Damn, where'd that come from? Dang, she just snapped out of nowhere. Yeah, because last week, something happened last week, and everybody, and now everything somebody say to her, she just feel like she being picked on, and she have a problem elaborating herself. Somebody just said that, something simple, and she just snapped. But that's not the way that we should be. That's not the right way to, it's not the right way to go about things. And that thing too, when people say, when people say, just get over that. Why you letting that bother you? It's easier said than done. But the thing we have to realize is that, we are so powerful. Do you know how powerful you are? You are so powerful. And sometimes I have to remind you, because sometimes I think you forget. You are so powerful. You can't let other people govern your emotions, meaning dictate how you act, how you feel, or how you respond. You have to think with clarity, so that when you respond, it's with intelligence, because some people are so ignorant. When you respond with intelligence, they like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, you don't want nobody to be able to dictate your next move. You want to be very, I don't know the word for it, but I know it's there. But basically, nobody should know your next move. You should be unpredictable. But when you let people govern your mental and how you feel, basically you're giving them the power. It makes you powerless. You know, I just got you mad. You mad, I'm not. They get the gratification of that. They happy just to get a reaction out of you. We can't let people get a reaction out of us. But that's accepting that we have something to work on. We have things to work on. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. And I want you guys to know that we need to accept things that are not in our control. We can't control nothing but ourselves. What we say, how we say it, how we say it. You know, you can't just approach everybody the same way. How you say it to your niece, how you say something to your nephew, you can't say it to your niece. You're gonna make your niece cry. How you baby your niece, you cannot baby your son that way, because when he grows up, he's gonna be a man. He has to be, not to let the boy cry. Don't ever tell a little boy that he can't cry. Let him express himself. If he's mad, if he's angry, let him scream, let him cry. Because there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a weakness. And there's so many of us who say, oh, stop acting like a punk. Don't be crying. You a boy. You're not gonna, no, don't do that. Let that boy cry, because men cry. It's okay to cry. But at the same time, we cannot cater to our daughters the same way we cater to our sons, our nephews, our little cousins, our little boy cousins. We can't, because in this world, nobody is going to be soft on them, especially for us carbonated beings. We got it rough. We don't got nothing handed to us. I look at everything, you know, there's so many other families of different diasporas. They come from, you know, they're given certain things that we don't have to give to our children. We're starting from the bottom. And we see people at the top, and we're so impressed with them, but we don't know what it took for them to get to the top. And for me, it's like, yeah, you up there. That's dope. When I see carbonated people up there and they're high and they on the top, it makes me so happy, because I'm like, yo, if they can do it, I can do it. You know, it's possible. I have somebody to look at that looks like me. They did it, I can do it too. But for me, I'm more impressed by the people who are up there that look like me, and they fall down. They lose everything. They lose everything. Because in somebody else's mind, who doesn't have the overstanding and they just don't understand, they're going to look at it as like, yeah, they was up there, but they fell. They are failure. No, they're not a failure. I don't look at it that way. They're not a failure. It's those people who I see at the top and they fall and they hit rock bottom, those are the people that I'm in tune with the most. Like, yo, you was there and you fell. And you know what? It's from the person who hit rock bottom that I'm going to learn the most from. You know? You hit rock bottom, you know what it takes to get to the top. All the fine details that you missed the first time when you was building yourself up to reach to the top, now that you hit rock bottom and you're going back up to the top, you're going to fill in everything that you was missing, and you are going to master it. Everything that you knew a little bit about, you're mastering it now. That's so encouraging. That's so inspiring. Like, I'm really learning from you. You know the ins and outs. When you hit rock bottom, you know what it takes to get back to the top. Opposed to somebody who was just giving it, here's a business for you. A grown person being passed on the business. This is for you. Yeah, you got it, but you don't know how to run it. You don't know nothing about it. I'm not about to learn nothing from you, really. I want to learn from somebody who had it and lost it all and came back. They kept coming back, you know, every time they failed, because you know what? Success, ain't no success without failure. Ain't no success without failure. And you can't look at failure as, don't let it defeat you. You can't look at, oh, I can't make no mistakes. No, it's mistakes. It's with the mistakes you're going to be able to learn lessons. You can't learn anything without making mistakes. Trial and error, that's how you get better. Don't beat yourself up. Oh my God, I just made this mistake. I can't do this. I'm always messing up. I can't get nothing right. Yes, you can. And you will. Because the minor setback is going to be the major comeback. And we have to accept that. Be a gold digger. Be a gold digger. So many of, when we go to the institutions in school, I call the schools the institutions because it's something that's organized and it has no freedom of expression, really. They just, it's very subjective. School is very subjective, and it seems like it's an agenda for it. So many of, from kindergarten, you 12 years of your life, you're in an institution, a school. Elementary school, middle school, junior high, high school, college. And the whole time they're asking you, the whole time before high school, they're prepping you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? That means, who do you want to work for when you grow up? What job do you want to have when you grow up? I don't care, even when you go to college. What do you want to be when you grow up? What career do you want to have? Career is just another fancy word for a stable job. I don't want no job. Why are you asking my kids what kind of job they want to have? Why don't you ever ask, what do you want to own? Because when you ask, what do you want to own, you're giving them a different mind state of, wow, what can I own? There's so many things that I could own. What can I own? Nobody ever asked me that. That means, wait, you're asking me, what do I want to own? You're asking me, you're telling me that I could be a boss or something? I'm not going to be an employee? I'm not going to have to, wait. An employee is somebody who clocks in. You telling me that I can be in a position where I don't clock in, but I advise those who do clock in? I can do that? For real? Ain't nobody ever asked me that. Wow, that's dope. But in school, they just, the whole time they're preparing you to be a worker. That just shuts off your creative expression. Because, you can't really be creative in somebody else's establishment. You got to follow their rules. Acceptance. Accept that you could be a boss. Accept that you could own anything that it is you want. Other people, other diasporas of life, other cultures, they got money. Anything they when they ask their child, oh, what you want to own, they got money to put behind it. Us, we just come from a different cloth where we don't have it. So we have to start from the bottom. And that's okay. We need to accept that we don't got nothing. We starting from the bottom. But you know what? It takes one. It takes one. Somebody in the family to spark that. Somebody in the family to have a business for the other kids to know, wow, we could own something. It takes another family member in the family to stop renting apartments and get some property and have a house. Wow, family cookouts is no longer in apartments. We got a house, we got a backyard, we could play, we could have a pool. Wow, we ain't never have a pool. We could do this? This is something we could obtain, we could have this? I ain't never heard of it. Everybody I ever known had an apartment. That's where they comfortable at. Nah, we gotta stop being comfortable and get uncomfortable, because only uncomfortable is gonna promote growth. And, we need that. We need for our children to want more out of life. And that comes with accepting the fact that we can be more. We can have more. We can obtain more. We deserve more. We are worthy of more. Don't just settle for no job. I don't want to, in school, raise my hand and ask for, can I go to the bathroom? At home school, I just go to the bathroom and come back. I ain't got to ask nobody if I can go to the bathroom. Clock out for lunch. You telling me when I can eat? I'm a boss. Y'all, listen. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm hungry. Y'all want anything? I can grab y'all something while I'm out. Y'all hungry? Oh, all right. That's what bosses do. That employee state of mind, that's a very institutionalized mind state. We got to get out of that. And that comes with accepting that we are more. We can be more. We are worthy of more. We got to show our children. Stop asking your children what they want to be. Oh, You like pizza? You know you could own your own pizza shop, right? You could own your own pizza shop. You like doing hair? I don't want to hear that you want to be washing nobody's hair. You can hire somebody to wash somebody's hair. I want you to own the hair salon. Oh, you like fixing cars? I don't want to hear that you want to be a mechanic. I want you to own the whole the mechanic shop. Oh, you a nurse? You like being a nurse? You like delivering babies? You know that you can open up your midwifery? You know that you can be out here hiring nurses to deliver babies from people's homes? Because it's very uncomfortable giving birth at a hospital. With all those rules, you have no freedom. I want to be able to have my nieces and nephews. I want to be able to video camera. I want to be able to video my niece and nephew coming into this world. I want all of us to be able to be there. In the hospital, you don't got that freedom. Can you open your own wifery? Your own birthing center? Sis, you can do that. You a nurse, you got the credentials to do that. But who says you have to be stuck in the hospital? Don't you know you can own that? Don't you know? Yeah. Stop asking my niece, my nephews, and my cousins and my aunts and my uncles what they want to be. And know that it's never too late. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 40 years old. I don't care if you're 50 years old. You ain't dead. That means your dreams are still here and you can make them come true. Ain't nothing stopping you but you. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't tell yourself what you can't do. Oh, your credit bad? Fix your credit so that you can build so you can get some business credit and you can get some loans to make this happen. Oh, you don't feel comfortable leasing out anybody else's property to run your business? Get your house. Own some property. Get a home-based business. Start off there first so that you're not giving money to somebody else paying leases. Yeah, you can do that because you're a boss. You were born to be a boss. You wasn't here to be nobody's servant. Accept that. Accept that. Accept that you was not born here to be under nobody else's thumb. You were created here to be free. You have the birthright to be free, not sustained. Make your life sustainable. Be self-reliant. You ain't gotta be out here grocery shopping, buying nobody else's food. Buy a plot of land and grow your own food so that you know that ain't nobody spraying no pesticides or no chemicals that's gonna hurt your family. You know where that food is coming from. Yeah, you can do that. You're capable. Do you know that? I'm telling you, because sometimes I think you forgot. Sometimes I think you forget. So I'm here to remind you, Auntie Ocean, your sister Ocean, your cousin Ocean, she's here to remind you that you are capable to do all things that you think you can't. Everything you desire, set your mind to require it, because you can have it. Don't even tell yourself you want it. Tell yourself, speak it into existence as if you already have it. I got that. That car you want, I got that car. I got that car. That car's already here. Yeah. Speak it into existence because there's power behind the words. And we need to accept that. Accept that we are unstoppable. Ain't nothing stopping us. There's nothing that we've been through that we've met. You know what? We've been through everything. Slavery, Jim Crow, all these things. That did not stop us. We still here. We still out here. We still wanting more for ourselves. I don't know if we wanting more for ourselves. The goal. We need to want more because we're getting too comfortable. Like I said, being comfortable keeps you stagnant. Fear. False evidence appearing real. We tell ourselves these things, and fear is what keeps us stuck. It keeps us stagnant. We not want to move. That's mind control. That's mind manipulation. Stop manipulating yourself. Stop letting other people manipulate you. Know that all things are possible. As long as you have faith in yourself, don't give up. Don't let nobody else around you talk you out of it. Because the people who are talking you out of it, those are the people who are scared. They're scared for you to fail. But like I told you, failure means success. You cannot have success without failure. So even these people who are scared for you to fail, don't do it. I don't know if it's a good idea. Ignore them. Because these are the people, you can't even take advice from them because these are the people who won't even try to do new things because they're scared of failure. They won't even try. They're not willing to take risks. You have to be willing to take risks. That's what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is a person who's willing to invest in themselves, knowing that there's going to be risk involved. You're going to fall down, but you got to also get back up, and you have to be determined, and you have to keep motivated. You have to keep going, keep pressing on. This life we live is like a marathon. Our family members are the people on our team. When we pass one level, we pass the baton on to them. Here, you take over, and you hit the next hurdle and pass the baton on to Patrice, and then Shaniqua, and all of us. Yeah, because we got all them unique names. We don't have no Sarahs or no Beckys over here. They got everything handed to them. We don't. We have to help each other get to where we gotta go. We can't do it alone. Thinking that we can do it alone is very selfish. That's why the things that, the things that we learn, each one teach one, we have to be passing on our jewels. It's one thing for somebody to know, oh, that person's very wise, but they're keeping all the jewels to themselves. You're not helping nobody in your family by being the only person who know everything. You have to be willing and open to teach everybody so that everybody can be put on. You can't just be the only one out here. That's so selfish. When you get in position, who's going to help you? Nobody's going to be around to help you because you ain't helped them, And we really we have to stop being selfish. We need to accept the fact that we are here to help each other. Acceptance. We are here to help each other. We have to help each other get to the next level. We can't do it alone. Unity, power works in numbers. The more of us, it can't just be one family doing good. It can't. One family doing good, we got a business coming on, okay, we're going to put you on. You could work for us. I would much rather work for my own people, and it would make me feel better because at least I know that we working together. I'm not working to make somebody else's, I don't know how to explain it. It's not that, I don't know. I would much rather work for somebody who looks like me than somebody who does not have my best interest. I'm just clocking in to make their dreams come true. I want to make my people's dreams come true. Their dreams is my dreams. They win, I win. They win, we win it together. I'm learning in their job. Every thing that I mastered there, I can take that and implement it to my spot. I'm learning accounting at your job. You teaching me how to be an accountant at your spot. I'm gonna know what to do when I open my own spot. It's just helping. It's just us working together. We need to do that because there's so many of us that are so selfish. We only think about ourselves. Oh, wait, I'm good. I ain't worried about them. That ain't my family. Nah, get out of that mind state. We all family. We all family. We all family. We are all family. That's my cousin right there. I'm going to put her on. She knows something I don't. I'm going to learn from her. But I love you guys so much. And like I said, we need to understand that in the acceptance. We have to accept what we are in control of and the things that we aren't in control of. And the things that we do have control over, we need to master that. And we need to do it with pride and let nothing stop us. We need to use our weaknesses as strengths. I'm like, y'all so beautiful, yo. I just love talking to y'all. I love looking at y'all. I love waking up to y'all. And there's nobody else I would rather talk to than my family. And like I said, we got a lot to do. Your hard work don't go unnoticed, baby. It don't. And I adore you, and I want to say thank you again for all that you do for my nieces and my nephews and my little cousins, and keep going. Don't feel defeated, even if you feeling like breaking down. Break down, sis. Break down, bro. Break down. Cry. But you know what? After you cry, know that there's still work to be done, and we got to do it. Because we cannot have our existence be a waste. Everything we don't do, our children are going to suffer. Everything we don't do, our children are going to be suffering. We have to put them in a position where we have the baton and we could pass it on to them. When we did all that we could do, they could pick up where we left off, so they don't have to start from rock bottom like most of us do. It's important. It's a necessity. We have to build our own up first. We got to stop helping everybody else prosper in life and forget about our own. We cannot keep abandoning our own. You know, there's so much things. Oh my God, yo. I got so many mosquito bites on me. But for you guys, it was worth it. They out here tearing me up. I got to get out of here, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'll catch up with y'all soon, all right? Family. Now, before y'all click off this video, I know y'all peeped the mosquito that was just sitting in the middle of my forehead, sucking the wisdom juice out of my cranium. If one of y'all was sitting in front of me and y'all smacked me into tomorrow just to get that thing up off me, I wouldn't have even been mad. I know y'all peeped me, Millie rocking from left and right throughout the whole video, try to get these mosquitoes up off me. I promise you it didn't do your girl no justice. By the end of the time that I was done, by the time I got back in the house, I had at least 20 mosquito bites all over me. Now, Esau's little critters, they got at me. They did me dirty. For whatever reason, the message that I was trying to get out to y'all, they didn't want me to do it. But we got it done. And it was worth it because I love y'all that much. But flies, I think flies are so disgusting. If a fly land on my hot plate, I'm throwing the whole plate of food away and I'm going to cry immediately after. But I have a new despise for mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes, and there's nothing in this world that I hate. I'm reconsidering doing my videos out in the public. So if y'all see me in a new location, y'all know why. But I love y'all so much. I'ma see y'all soon. And when I say they did me dirty, I cannot make this stuff up. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and it keeps going on and on and on and on and on and